Let's start with a feeling many of you know all too well. It's this central, confusing, emotional paradox of modern grandparenting. At the very moment you have the most love, time, and wisdom to offer, you may find yourself paralyzed by a quiet, persistent fear that your presence is actually an intrusion. Today, we're going to dive deep into that feeling, figure out why it's happening, and most importantly, map out a whole new path forward.
Yeah, that feeling, that quiet paralysis, it's just so common, isn't it? It's that little hesitation before you offer advice, that split second where you wonder, am I helping or am I just hovering? If any of that sounds familiar, I promise you, you are not alone. And here's the good news. This feeling has a name, and there's a real reason behind it. It's called grandparent overstepping anxiety. Now, here's the most important part. This is not a personal failing. This is not about you being a bad grandparent. It's actually a completely logical, predictable emotional response to a massive, invisible shift in how families work today. So our goal in this explainer is simple. We want to give you a new map for this new territory. We're going to lay out a clear, practical path to help you go from feeling like an anxious interloper, always worried about crossing a line, to becoming what you're meant to be, an essential, cherished family asset. Okay, so to get rid of this anxiety, we've got to understand where it comes from. It's not random. It's actually rooted in a fundamental change in, you could say, the entire operating system of parenting itself. Let's dig into what that really means. At the very heart of this change is something we can call the professionalization of child rearing. You see, for a lot of new parents today, raising a child isn't just about intuition passed down through the family. It's treated more like a project, something to be managed, researched, and optimized with very specific methods for, well, everything. And this is what creates a clash between two totally different scripts. The old script, the one many of you were raised with, was all about intuitive wisdom. The new script, it's all about evidence-based parenting. So that classic, well-meaning phrase, "this is how we did it," is now often met with, "let's check the manual." And you know what? That manual is usually a blog, or a book, or some app on their phone. And right there, that's the core of the friction. Your decades of hands-on experience, your intuitive wisdom, can, without anyone meaning for it to, come across to your adult children as outdated input. It's not that they don't love and respect you. It's just that your advice can feel like it conflicts with the very specific, highly researched system they are working so hard to build. This whole dynamic creates a very specific feeling, and maybe you'll recognize it: anticipatory rejection. It's that knot in your stomach, right? That moment you bite your tongue because you're afraid your suggestion is just going to be shot down. And that fear, well, it just makes you hesitate even more and reinforces that feeling of being on the outside looking in. So what's the answer here? It's all about a shift in your role. The old model of being the final authority figure, well, it's pretty much obsolete. The new powerful role is something more like a family systems engineer. Your job isn't to be the architect anymore, it's to be the expert consultant who supports and strengthens the amazing structure your kids are already building. Okay, so let's get to the good stuff, the solution. This new role, it needs a new set of tools. We call it the consultant protocol, and it's basically a framework for how you can offer all of your immense value in a way that's not just accepted, but welcomed and even celebrated. At the absolute heart of this protocol is one single crucial principle. If you remember one thing, let it be this: influence is now solicited, not automatic. Your wisdom is more valuable than ever, but it's most powerful when it's invited into the conversation, not pushed into it. So think of this protocol as your new playbook. It's not about restrictive rules, it's an empowering strategy. It's simply a way to navigate these new family dynamics with confidence and grace, making sure your help is always seen for what it is: a gift. The protocol itself is built on three really simple but powerful pillars. We're going to walk through each one: the collaborative inquiry rule, the system support strategy, and the 24-hour observation rule. First up, the collaborative inquiry rule. This is a game changer. It's all about switching from giving statements to asking questions. So instead of saying, "you should really put him down for a nap now," try asking something like, "wow, this is amazing. How did you guys figure out his nap schedule?" That tiny shift does something huge. It shows you respect their system, and it makes them see you as a curious ally, not a critic. Second pillar, the system support strategy. You know, in those crazy early days of parenting, the most valuable help often has nothing to do with the baby.
It's about supporting the system around the baby. Folding laundry, doing dishes, running a quick errand. That's not just chores. You're giving the new parents the most precious resource on earth, time and mental energy. You are literally clearing the runway for them so they can succeed. And the third pillar is the 24-hour observation rule. This one takes a little patience, but it pays off big time. When you first arrive to help, resist that powerful urge to jump right in and fix things. Instead, for the first day, just be a quiet observer. Watch, learn their specific rhythms for naps, for feeding, for soothing. This act of patient learning is a profound sign of respect. It says, I trust you and I'm here to learn your way.
So what does this all add up to? It's simple. When you use the consultant protocol, you stop being a potential disruption to their system. Instead, you become exactly what you want to be. An indispensable asset that makes everything stronger, less stressful, and built on a deep foundation of trust.
All right, we've covered the what and the why. Now let's get really practical with the how. This next part is all about filling up your toolkit with simple, concrete strategies you can start using like tomorrow.
Because the natural question is, okay, this sounds great, but where do I even start? How do you begin applying these ideas without making things feel awkward? Well, we've got 4 specific tools for that. These are designed to be super easy to implement. We've got the new rules audit, the validator script, the gift and consult protocol, and the scheduled respite strategy. Tool number 1, the new rules audit. This is such a respectful way to get the information you need. You can just frame it like this. You two have done so much work. Could you walk me through your technical manual? I want to make sure I'm supporting your routines perfectly. This approach is brilliant because it positions them as the experts and you as their dedicated, trusted supporter.
And this leads us to tool number 2, the validator script. And this one is huge. New parents are so often exhausted and just full of self-doubt. Sometimes the most powerful gift you can give them isn't advice, it's validation. A simple sentence like, "It's amazing how you've set this up. You've clearly put so much thought into it," can build more trust than almost anything else. Tool number 3 is the gift and consult approach. This applies to everything from a small toy to a big ticket item like a stroller. Before you make a big contribution, just consult them first. Ask, "We'd love to help out with something big. What would be most useful for the system you're building?" This one simple step ensures your generosity is a genuine help, not an unintentional burden. And finally, tool 4, the scheduled respite strategy. When you're visiting, especially for a few days, it's so important to build in some breathing room for everyone. Just announce, "Hey, I'm gonna head out for a walk for a couple hours this afternoon." This lowers what you could call intensity fatigue. It gives the new parents a chance to just breathe and be a family, which paradoxically makes the time you spend together even more precious. Now, let's kind of zoom out and shift our focus to the long game. Because this isn't just about getting through the next visit. This is about building a legacy of connection for decades. It's about becoming the beloved anchor of your family. And this might sound a little counterintuitive, but letting go of that old model of authority, it isn't a loss. It is a strategic, powerful choice. In fact, yielding that formal authority is the very thing that opens the door to a much more profound and cherished role, the family's anchor, the person everyone turns to for stability, love, and unwavering support. Which brings us right back to our core principle. The ultimate goal here isn't to have your advice taken, it's to have your advice sought. That's the real win. True, lasting influence only comes through invitation. It's that moment your son or daughter calls you and says, "Hey, we're struggling with this. What do you think?" That right there, that is the highest form of inclusion. By embracing this consultant role, you're not just making today a little easier. You're actively designing a future of harmonious family relationships. You're ensuring your place in the family is one that's defined by deep connection, mutual respect, and, for you, profound personal fulfillment. Okay, we have covered a lot of ground. So, as we bring this explainer to a close, let's just boil it all down to one essential lesson and one really clear, simple first step that you can take. If you remember nothing else, remember these 3 things. 1, your anxiety is a totally normal response to a cultural shift. 2, the solution is a strategic framework, the consultant protocol. And 3, the single most important action is to start replacing direct advice with collaborative inquiry. So, what does that actually look like in the real world? What is one tiny but critical action you can take starting today that will begin this whole transformation? Here it is. The next time you're with your kids and grandkids, just find one small, low-stakes area.
Bath time, bedtime, whatever. And just use the consultant script. Ask, how do you guys usually handle this? Or what's your process for this? That one small question is the first step on this whole new path.
Let's just end with this thought. That fear you feel, that fear of overstepping, it is not a sign that you're doing something wrong. It is a logical response to a profound change in how families are structured. You're not failing, you're just navigating a new world without a map. But now you have one. The power of this is in becoming a consultant. By choosing to ask questions, to support the system from behind the scenes, and to observe before acting, you aren't giving up your influence. You're earning a more durable kind, a respected and invited seat at the table. And this leads to one final reassuring thought. By choosing to be the steady anchor of support today, by embracing this role of the trusted consultant, you secure something invaluable for all your tomorrows. You secure your place as the beloved, indispensable heart of the family for generations to come. Your legacy becomes one of unwavering support, solicited wisdom, and unconditional love. And really, that is the most powerful role of all.